Hey, Mom, can I watch TV?
You know what, dinner is almost ready, so go wash your hands, okay?
Hi, honey.
Hey, go wash your hands, okay? Dinner's almost ready.
I must have seen about 24 patients today. How was your day?
As ever, Rebecca kept her secret to herself.
Honey?
I'm sorry, what?
Is everything all right, Rebecca?
Yeah, you know, I'm really tired, that's all. Nothing, no big deal.
I didn't tell Daniel. I was afraid that would open a whole can of worms I didn't want him to know about.
As the days passed, Rebecca continued to hide her concerns and tried to maintain her family's routine.
Hannah!
Yes, Mama?
Come on, baby, let's go have snacks inside today. Come on, sweetie.
Just have a seat at the kitchen table. Okay.
Mommy!
I'm sorry, honey.
The day I saw the little boy's spirit in the hallway, I decided to accept it, but not share it with anybody else.
Daniel could sense that Rebecca was preoccupied.
I knew that if I pushed too hard, that she might just close up and not tell me anything. So I figured, you know, she'll tell me in her own time.
I was afraid that my husband would either not believe me and think that I was just crazy, or he would believe me, but would react in the same manner that my dad had 20 years ago.
Throughout the ensuing weeks, Rebecca saw the boy almost daily.
I got fed up and I yelled at him to stop. And then I felt terribly guilty for yelling at a child.
Later that night, Rebecca went to bed, while Daniel stayed up, finishing some work on the computer.
I felt somebody tugging at my blanket.
Tim?
I sat up, thinking it had to be my son, but there was nobody in the room.
Rebecca felt something on her lower leg.
I heard the boy. He was giggling, not a sinister giggle, nothing evil, just like a little kid would giggle.
She discovered what she decided was a bite mark.
The bite mark looked like a small mouth, and you could even see where the top 4 teeth were all misaligned and crooked.
Couldn't sleep without me, huh?
I was afraid of what my husband would think if I told him.
Rebecca?
What does this look like to you? And he was in total shock.
Well, it didn't break the skin.
From the looks of the bite, there was nothing that could have done it to her except for a very small human mouth.
Did one of the kids bite you?
No, they're both asleep. I think it was something else.
Honey, this is a child's bite. I can see where one of the front teeth are crooked. Rebecca, what's going on?
And I told him I think a ghost bit me.
I keep seeing the spirit of a little boy out by the tree line.
Rebecca could not bring herself to confide fully in Daniel.
I was too afraid and too confused and too scared to go into anything further than that at that time.
Daniel, but I swear it's true. I see him as clearly as I see you.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to react. I had never been faced with anything like this before.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I was afraid you'd think I was crazy.
I didn't want to believe it was something paranormal, but faced with the evidence, I didn't know what else I was supposed to believe.
No, Daniel, what are you doing?
Daniel was inclined to reach out for professional help, but Rebecca resisted. She didn't want to reveal any more information than she already had.
And I didn't want this to happen again. That was the main thing. I wanted answers, and to that end, to protect my family, the only thing that I knew to do was to contact somebody that knew more about these things than I do.
Daniel searched the internet, studying hauntings and looking for local paranormal investigators. He found an organization that had what he considered solid credentials. Daniel contacted the group and sent the digital pictures. According to Daniel's research, some hauntings could be resolved by simply ordering the so-called spirits out of the house. He was willing to try anything.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but I want you out. Leave my family alone.
A respected schoolteacher, a loving wife, a valued colleague. Beneath the facade, a shocking truth. Join award-winning reporter Paul Azar.
We're on the case
as she investigates and asks, what drove them to kill?
Was it a misguided act of jealousy?
How did they execute their crimes?
As the hours ticked by, a deeply disturbing story was coming into focus.
What exposed their guilt?
He had been so deceptive, and we had caught him in those lies.
Witness the devastating effect on those involved.
And I don't think he'll ever understand what he ultimately, in the end, did to me.
And learn what really happened.
You wanted Paul dead.
A new series on the case with Paul Azam, Thursday at 9 on Investigation Discovery.
I have my theory, the police have their theory. I'm not sure we'll ever know the answer.
Uncover the motive. Piece together the fragments.
We're going to do our best to solve the crime.
Separate truth from deceit. Expose the vital clues that can put a murderer away. For life. Investigation Discovery expertly examines every shred of evidence to expose the truth.
We're responsible for people living and dying.
Examine the anatomy of crime with Investigation Discovery.
Mother of two, Rebecca Lennox, had experienced a series of disturbing incidents, including the appearance of a mysterious mark on her leg. She and her husband Daniel had sought the help of a paranormal investigator.
Here are the photos I took of the bite mark.
Can I see the actual bite mark?
It's not there anymore.
I see. Mrs. Lennox, is this the first time you've experienced paranormal phenomenon? Yes, but it was no big deal.
Rebecca, he bit you.
Daniel was surprised when Rebecca downplayed the incident.
He wasn't trying to hurt me.
I didn't want anybody else in it. The sooner I could forget about it, the better.
Entities like this are usually harmless. They'll go away.
The investigator advised them that the entity would most likely go away on its own.
That it will, but we appreciate you coming out.
As far as I was concerned, that was the ideal outcome. Just go away. My husband kind of let it go. It seemed to be like a small story.